Hi, good day students. I'm Lian Marcapilado, your subject teacher today. So for our lesson today, we are going to explore what biases and prejudices are, how they develop, and the impact they have on personal relationship, workplace, and communities. So before going to the lesson proper, let's first define our objectives. So at the end of the discussion, the students will be able to first examine the definition of bias and prejudice and differentiate between the two, practice active listening skills to understand diverse perspectives without judgment, and last, acknowledge personal biases and reflect on their influence on decision making and interaction. So, at your age, you already very familiar with the quotation, "No man is an island," aren't you? So we have learned to live not only on our own, but also with the presence and help of other people as we interact others. Some circumstances are not always warm and accommodating, so they are sometimes accompanied with discrimination and judgment. So let's first define what is prejudice. Prejudice refers to a preconceived opinion or feeling toward a person based solely on their affiliation with a group. This feeling may be translated into action by discriminating against the person or members of the target group. So, basically, an individual may be prejudiced against other based on factors such as range, age, gender, sexual orientation, class, status, religion, nationality, and amongst other things. So basically, we do prejudice if we tend to judge or we give an opinion towards someone or something that we didn't truly understand or we didn't truly know what they came from. We give our judgment and opinion based from what we see, based from who they are, who they came from. So basically, we see it broader rather than specific. So an example is, I don't want black living in my neighborhood. I don't want Jews owning businesses in my town, and I don't want a Muslim community center in Lower Manhattan. So basically, the first example give the black people different treatment because of some circumstances that they are the one who commit crime in America. So also the Muslim who give their judgment even though they are not even though some of them are really good and some are bad. So next is bias. It is a tendency to lean a certain direction either in for of or against a particular team. To be truly biased means to be lack a neutral viewpoint on a particular topic. Somewhere along the line, bias took on a negative connotation. So bias, if you're biased towards something, then you lean favorably toward it. You tend to think positively of it. Meanwhile, if you're biased against something, then you lean negatively against it. You tend to think poorly. So, these are the examples of how we are being biased in some circumstances. So, in other Christian sects, the preacher position is only given to males and not to females. So, sectarian schools only accept students who share the same religious belief. So some churches don't accept women who wear pants instead of dresses or skirts during their service. So basically, bias can lead to unfair treatment but doesn't necessarily stem from deep-seated beliefs or yeah. While prejudice is about how we judge. It is about the judgment or the judgment or opinion of something. Yeah. So biases and prejudice is essential for fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. Biases, whether conscious or unconscious, can cloud judgment and lead to unfair treatment of individuals or groups. Similarly, prejudice rooted in stereotypes or misinformation perpetuate discrimination, hinder social harmony. By recognizing and addressing our own biases and challenging societal prejudice, we can promote empathy and mutual respect. So, I hope you learned a lot with our discussion today, and I'll just send the activity and assignment to your GC. So these are the references, and thank you.